The Wittgenstein-Popper debate was not just a clash of ideas, but a clash of personalities as well. Wittgenstein was famously difficult and idiosyncratic, often frustrating his colleagues with his dismissive and sometimes abrasive manner. Popper, on the other hand, was known for his sharp wit and no-nonsense approach, and he was not shy about challenging the ideas of others. Their disagreements touched on some of the most fundamental questions in philosophy, including the nature of knowledge, the relationship between language and reality, and the role of philosophy in the scientific enterprise. One of the key points of contention between the two philosophers was the concept of verificationism, which held that all meaningful statements could be reduced to empirical observations. Wittgenstein rejected verificationism, arguing that many statements that are not empirically verifiable are nonetheless meaningful. He believed that meaning was grounded in the use of language and social practices, and that it was not possible to reduce meaning to some kind of objective reality. This view led him to reject the idea that all meaningful statements could be reduced to empirical observations. Popper, on the other hand, was a vocal critic of verificationism. He argued that the idea that all meaningful statements could be empirically verified was flawed because it ignored the role of creative imagination and conjecture in the scientific process. Popper believed that scientific theories are never definitively verified, but can only be falsified by new evidence. He proposed the concept of falsifiability as a criterion for distinguishing scientific theories from non-scientific ones. Their debate also touched on the relationship between science and philosophy. Popper believed that science was fundamentally different from philosophy, and that the role of philosophy was to provide a critical analysis of scientific theories. Wittgenstein, on the other hand, believed that philosophy was not separate from science, but was rather a reflection on the way in which we use language to describe and understand the world. In addition, the Wittgenstein-Popper debate explored the nature of language itself. Wittgenstein believed that language was a social phenomenon, and that meaning was derived from the way in which language is used in specific contexts. Popper, on the other hand, believed that language was a tool for making empirical claims about the world, and that meaning was derived from the correspondence between language and reality. Despite their disagreements, Wittgenstein and Popper maintained a certain level of respect for each other. They continued to correspond with each other until Wittgenstein's death in 1951, and even though they never fully resolved their differences, they were both committed to the pursuit of truth and the advancement of knowledge. The Wittgenstein-Popper debate has had a lasting impact on the philosophy of science and epistemology, and it continues to be studied and debated by scholars today. Their ideas have shaped our understanding of the nature of knowledge, the role of language in our lives, and the relationship between science and philosophy.